Hi, it's Jan Beta, and I just wanted to do a little unboxing video, kind of. I picked up all this stuff yesterday from my sisters. She had it all in her basement, and what it is stuff that she took when my parents cleaned out their basement, and basically, yeah, they asked me if they should throw away stuff, and I said, yeah, throw it away. I don't have any room for anything. So I thought all of this in these boxes didn't exist anymore because I didn't know that my sister took it and kept it. And yeah, I haven't looked inside yet, but it is a whole lot of computer stuff in there. I saw that. And yeah, there are some Amiga things, and there also are some Commodore 64 things. And it's all personal stuff that belonged to my father or my sister or myself. So it's pretty personal and it's pretty nostalgic for me, and yeah, just thought you might be interested in seeing me open this and see what's in there, because I don't know. And yeah, let's do this together, shall we? Okay, so this one is pretty obvious. If there's inside there what's written on the box. There's even the Commodore logo on the styrofoam here. Yeah, and it seems to be, wow, the 1541 disk drive in its original casing with the transport thing in there, and with the switch for Dolphin DOS. So maybe there's even Dolphin DOS in there. And yeah, it's still got the manual in it and stuff like that. Nice. Okay, here's another one that's pretty obvious. Yeah, I think it opens the other way around. So okay, let's open this. And wow, there's a whole lot of stuff in there. That's nice. The Amiga Power Pack, which was, I believe, some word processor and a database. Yeah, Textomat and Datamat by Data Becker, German quality programs. One of those, I already have a bazillion of those because they come with every Amiga part I ever ordered. So if you need one, give me a shout out, and maybe we can I can send you one or something like that. I have a couple of those. It's not a bazillion, but I think I have 5 of those or something like that. And they are crap. So here's some serial cable and a parallel printer cable, it seems. So here's a power brick that's very yellow from one side, and a tank mouse. Nice. So this is a full Amiga 500 set. And we also have this, which is my old action replay, which I used to use for ripping music from games and stuff. Nice. Always wondered where this went. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is my personal first Amiga that survived somehow. This is amazing, and I know exactly that it's mine because I was the one who painted the outlines of the Amiga logo red back in the day, because I thought it was a good idea. And it's pretty yellow, but yeah, I know how to handle stuff like that now. Oh my, there's probably an expansion in there, a RAM expansion, that I should take out immediately, because there's the leaked battery in there probably. And there it is. And it's probably all, yeah, I can see the corrosion from here. Hope it didn't leak on the board or something. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's leak, definitely. Hope it didn't damage anything. Don't think so. I will have a crack at this and crack it open and see if I can get it to work. Maybe it works, I didn't try, but I'm gonna remove it anyway, as a precaution. So this supposedly is a first generation Amiga 500, I think, or I think my father bought it in 87, the year it came out, and yeah, then it was mine for a couple of years. Nice. And it also came with this cover, which is the Commodore original, it seems. Didn't know that, but these were actually made by Commodore, obviously. So, yeah. So let's go with the bigger box maybe first. Okay, and here's a crap ton of stuff here. This one she wanted to throw that away. I took it for my Commodore 64 and Specky games and stuff like that. I think I would keep this and clean it up and use it for my cassette tapes. It's basically you stand it on somewhere and it's like a carousel. Oh, this is, I wrote that myself back in the day actually. Nice. This is an adapter to connect the 1541 to the Amiga serial port, I believe. Yeah, I think it's the serial connection. Or the parallel? Yeah, I don't remember. But at least this came with the Commodore 64 emulator. And you could connect your 1541 Commodore 64 drive to the Amiga and transfer stuff. This is another parallel port cable. It says parallel port? I don't know. An external Amiga drive. Nice. Never have enough drives. This is actually a preamp for a turntable. I took that. She wanted to throw that away as well. I thought, and now that's the interesting stuff. Zach McCracken, the original box that I originally with copies of the discs, notes from all. We played this with all family. My sister played this, and there's the original copy protection codes and the newspaper it came with, where if you read it through, there were hints on how to complete the game, complete with manual and stuff, and wow. And the original discs I actually have already in my collection. They were in some other box I took, actually, and I thought everything else was lost, but this is the whole package here. Nice. Same with Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, a later LucasArts game. Oh, and there's actually the Populous. The Populous manuals in here. And the Monkey Island 2 manual. And some other manuals. Okay, and there's the Indiana Jones discs. That's my copies I made of the originals. Oh, nice. I bet the originals are in there somewhere. I think this is a PC modem cable or something like that. But it's a serial cable, basically. This appears to be a serial cable for the Commodore 64. Yeah, it's a serial connection cable for the Commodore 64. That's nice. A lot of discs going on here. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Also LucasArts game. And it comes with it came with the diary. This is so nice. Came with the diary and the copy protection codes where you basically, it's all in there. You had the red goggles to be able to read this, because otherwise, couldn't read it. Der Clue! Just a nice, and the original discs are in here. And the manual. Nice. Totally full game. So, what else? Theme park. Nice. Jurassic Park. One of the worst games in history. But it's the AGA or AA Amiga 1200 version, which is nice. Yeah, and it also comes with all the discs and the manual. I'm sorry I'm going through this so quickly, but there's so much in here that I fear the video is gonna take ages otherwise. So this one, oh, this is a nice one. Deluxe Paint 4, the AGA version, the German. It is the German AGA version with official code and stuff and the manual. Big fat manual. Nice. So I'm gonna use that. I don't have it installed, I think. So I'm gonna use the original code that we bought sometime back in the 90s, probably. Yeah, and there's a whole lot of discs here. Let's see. Amiga games, it says in German. So these are all my discs. As it turns out, it's not. Yeah. Wow, I thought this was all lost, but I did many of those. I copied many of those to ADFs and have written it back in the last couple of months to physical discs because I just love them. Look at this, my original Wings of Fury disc. I thought this would all be gone. Nice, all that stuff. And compilations are made with public domain games and Rick Dangerous on there, which isn't public domain at all. These are some PD games. Buggy Boy. Nice. Various games. Oh, Mercenaries on there. Tetris. Oh yeah. So this, I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna have a look at this myself, I guess. At some point, but it's all my old discs, it seems. Another one. Oh yeah. And there's my tool disc, which is, wow, this is nice. Another tool disc. A disc I compiled with viruses on them to study them and to see if my virus killers could detect them and stuff like that. Made a little skull there because nice, pretty dangerous. That's these disc mags and stuff. I think my father bought quite some of them. Original Workbench disc. Already have a couple of those. Nice. Workbench copy. Oh, these are my sound tracker. A noise tracker. Deluxe Paint copy. This was the one I used the most. DSS, Digital Sound Studio. It was the software for the GVP sampler. It is a really nice tracker, which has... I find the noise tracker and the sound tracker pretty confusing. They don't have any nice user interface at all. It's all pretty random and everything looks the same. There's basically a screen full of buttons, and if you don't know exactly where to click, because you used it for a long time, you would be completely lost. And so was I. And the DSS had a proper user interface, so it had pull-down menus that you could use and buttons that actually had pictures on them of a speaker. And I remember the sampler button was waveform and stuff like that. It was pretty nice program. I probably will have a go at this sometime and make some music. And my samples and sounds. Nice. Sonic's another program that we had as an original disc. I think I have the original discs in my other disc box. Blitz Basic was my weapon of choice, so to say. Amiga Basic and my old Amiga Basic programs, probably. Nice. Printmaster Plus. Deluxe Paint. Fonts. Collected Works. Nice. My save discs. Oh, and here's something I was looking for all the time. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably saw my tweet about I was looking for this and got an ADF file of this. This is a pretty nice Commodore 64 emulator that was running on stock Amiga 500s and stuff pretty nicely. Yeah. I basically didn't make a copy of this because I believe there's some copyright protection on there that you couldn't easily overcome. So, Yeah, this is the disc that the emulator, the cable came with. An assembler disc. Didn't do much assembler, but I started learning it back in the day, I believe. Don't remember any of this, but I think I made some easy. I remember doing an assembler program that just set the memory value for the LED, which is the same as the high cut filter in the Amiga. I wrote a little program that did that. You could put it in your startup sequence and it would dim the LED, which was pretty nice. I thought, I think that was probably the only program I ever did. That's so much for me and assembler. I never was an assembler. Oh, there's my name on it. Yeah. There's the Burst Nibbler original thing and Kickstart public domain discs. These are original public domain discs. They were just, the number was stamped on them, and this is the Star Trek game. This rocked. This was quite nice. Quite a nice game. Public domain Star Trek game. Yeah, probably I'll give that a shot later, I think. Yeah, a lot of stuff. An assembler, another one, C compiler. These are my father's boxes, I believe. It's nothing I ever had personally. But of course we copied stuff. Oh, there's Virus Killers and Printmaster Plus and stuff like that. There's another case of discs. Which is, I believe this was the one my mother used to have. Textomat, the text program. Beckertext, which was the better version of Textomat, I believe. This one is actually, it's intact. The other ones had broken hinges here, but probably can fix that. Guitar course, to learn the guitar on the Amiga. That came with discs. I think I have the discs for this book. Nice. Multimedia was just something very new back then. Multimedia with pictures and sound. Burn Time. Nice game. And that also, it's not the AA version, but the original discs are in there. And some of my sister's hairs. This belonged to my sister, I believe. The German version also. Burn Time. Nice game. I like this. Oh, and there's something lurking there that I've been waiting for. The original boxed Monkey Island. The Amiga version. This is probably worth a pretty penny now. And that was all it came with, I think. The code wheel is missing, but I have one of that or two of that lying around because I bought this multiple times. I think we had about 4 or 5 different versions of this back in the day. The PC version, the Amiga version, another PC version, another budget release PC version. This was basically, the whole family loved this game. And this was the first version we all played, the Amiga version, which is still, in my opinion, it has the best music. Chris Hulsbeck did the music, and it's brilliant. It's just brilliant. It's better than most MIDI cards on the PC version would play back. And he only had the limited stuff the Amiga could do, but it's very well done. It rocks nearly. It's such a great soundtrack on this. If you never have listened to the Amiga version of Monkey Island, you should do, and you should do it on a good stereo. Pretty much. Oh, nice. This was one I was playing for ages, and I replayed it a couple of weeks ago, and it's so amazing. It's such an amazing. It looks like nothing, but it's so much fun. This game is so great. And there's the original disc in there, and all the codes. It had it had 999 levels, I believe, and you had these codes for every level. Oh, that's all in there. That's so amazing. Nice. This is nice. I'm just gonna treasure these. Tarikan! The original. Nice. Double-sided disc. On the Amiga, yeah, it was double-sided, of course, but you only could insert it one way. That's a bit odd. Oh, and that's the cracked copy. But I believe there is the original disc somewhere. And my cracked copy of Turrican, I have to check that out. It wasn't easy to copy Turrican. So, and this is Populous, the first Populous, which we also played. And this just says Pop, because it's a backup of Populous, maybe, of the original disc. That is probably somewhere in the box here. Mercenary! I remember buying this as it was reduced in price, the budget version. I have the original. I saw that somewhere. I have it. I think it was in one of the boxes. I bought this for 14 Deutschmark back in the day, and I never got through it. I never. It gets pretty hard, and I never finished the game. Maybe I should now, sometime. This is a nice game. It's an open world kind of thing. You crash land on a planet, and you have to. Basically the manual just says, you press the joystick to the front, you move to the front, and you have to figure out stuff yourself, which is pretty nice. Love this game. 19 Mark 95. 19 Deutschmarks 95. Which would probably be something like 10 euros now. Something like that. And this is a Dungeons and Dragons thing that I didn't like at all because I didn't understand it, I guess. I have to replay this now, I think. I always wanted to play some role-playing game stuff, and I thought this would be the thing for me. But I didn't even understand how to play it, I think. Okay, the original backer text manual that came in this, like a professional PC program, that came in this thing here, which looks pretty professional. Nice. And it's a pretty good manual. This was professional stuff, as I mentioned. It was a good software. It wasn't that expensive, but it was good stuff. Oh, an Amiga Basic book, a big Amiga Basic book. Nice. I probably loved this back in the day. I coded quite a lot in Amiga Basic. Even though it's quite, from today's perspective, it's quite crappy because it never ran really nicely. They just put it on there to have some basic, because computers back in the day usually came with basic built in, and Amiga should have a basic, so they made a basic, but it's not very good. Oh, this is nice. This is the MS-DOS 4.0 user's manual from a laptop my father used to have for his job. So more manuals. This is the the 2630 accelerator card that was in the Amiga 2000. It was the last Amiga I used. Used to be my father's, and it had an accelerator card in there. It had the 2088, I believe, is the XT PC card in there. That was basically, you could run an XT PC in a window or in another screen. And yeah, it was running pretty nicely. It was a pretty nice machine, but that one went to the trash. And that's so sad, but it was so big. And yeah. Oh, and it also had the deinterlaced card. Oh, that's sad. It had all these nice. I was running it on a VGA monitor, and it had this is basically a flicker fixer, and it worked pretty well. And it was running on VGA, which was pretty nice. It was a really nice computer. Oh, there's the emulator card, PC emulator kit 2088. Yeah, this is another. I don't know, it's an assembler, is it? I think it's an assembler, it looks like an assembler. And the Amiga 500 manual! My original Amiga 500 manual. Nice, and this is a nice manual. It had color pictures in there. It was a colorful computer, so it came with color pictures in there. not very many, but nice. Nice to have this. This is another word processor that was really good. A later one, when the Windows stuff was catching up, so to say, on the Amiga. There were some programs made that were quite good. Amiga was one of them. It was a very good word processor. I used that a lot. And it's the AGA version also, so it runs on the Amiga 1200 and the 4000. Okay, and here's the rest of the box, all disk boxes with backups, I believe. Wow, I'm not gonna go through all of these now, because it's just too much. Oh, there's Lionheart, I remember buying that, and Final Copy. Don't know where those went. Final Copy was another word processor that was very good. The Monkey Island 2 original discs, 11 I believe, yes. 11 Monkey Island, yes, nice. So that's coming together. I have the Monkey Island 2 box, I believe. And here are the original discs. So here's the Workbench 3.0, which came in this nice folder. This was the one that came with the Amiga 1200 you saw me repair. That I also got from my sister. It was my sister's, I believe. There's the original disc of Populous. Nice. So it's all here. Textomat. Turrican 2. Nice. And Turrican. Okay, so this is pretty nice. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis original discs. 11 also. Nice. Was all nicely stored away there. Oh, this is interesting. These are 5 1/4 inch. Ah, these are the boot discs for the XT card with MS-DOS 3.3. The PC emulator. Nice. Some PC software that my father used with the PC card there. This is nice. This is a nice box too. This is nice. That was nice. There are some leftover stickers for discs. So that's the first box. Should we open the second box maybe? Okay, here's the second box. And it's not the laptop that's pictured on the box that's in there, sadly. But maybe there's something even better in there. I think so. Would be nice to have this one, but this went, I think it was sold at some point or something like that. 386 SX laptop with a crap LCD screen. Very small and crap. But it would be nice to have as a retro machine now, of course. It had a hard disk, I believe, and was a pretty sophisticated machine back then. From Gold Star. So it says on top there, Commodore 64 or C64 hardware. Let's see what's in here. I believe there's some Commodore 64 hardware in here. Okay, I actually don't remember this data recorder. This is quite nice. I could use this with my Spectrum, I believe. It's not for the Commodore 64, but oh, it feels pretty Sanjo. Feels quality. Feels good quality. And a Competition Pro. Oh, and it feels smooth. It has the smooth micro switches, which I like best. I believe the early models were better plastics and better made and stuff like that. Oh, and it has one of them has been changed for a new one. This is also the version with autofire and I think slow down mode, which never really worked, but it has autofire, which is handy. Nice, like these. And another Competition Pro joystick, which is the small version, which is maybe you can see the size if you compare it to my hand. I never really liked these. I think this belonged to a friend who just gave it to me when he gave up on his Amiga, I believe. he just gave it to me. It has some micro switches, but smaller ones, and it feels like a toy, which it is. Yeah. And here's the one I was looking for. The original Commodore 64 that my sister had, with a kernel switcher and stuff. I believe it had Dolphin DOS, and I don't know what H means. Dolphin DOS. There was a version of Dolphin DOS that was more compatible with stuff. I believe that's the D-. Another 1541, and this also has a Dolphin DOS switch there, and it has the serial cable for connecting it to the Commodore 64 and with Dolphin DOS. So this is a Dolphin DOS system then, which is pretty nice because it's a really fast fast loader. The Commodore 64 manual and the VC 1541 manual, the old version I believe with the colored print. Another Commodore 64 manual. And it has the original receipt, which says 489 Deutsche Mark. So that, I believe that was a bit later in the game. In the beginning it was more than 1000 marks. Cutouts from computer magazines, I believe. Nice. I'll have a look at that later. That's probably my father did all that, I believe. Freeze Frame, which is one of the first freezer cartridges. Yeah, it's so nice. I love this design. It's just, it's so old school, and it has the button there, which just freezes stuff, and then you could save stuff to disk or to tape, I believe. There's also the manual and stuff. Oh, I have to try this later. This is pretty nice. Now even better. Maybe there will be separate episodes for some of this stuff that's more interesting, I guess. This is just the unboxing. I can't put anything in here. Big floppy 1541 book. Oh my! It is. It is an Eeprom Programmer. The Commodore 64 Eeprom Programmer. Oh, this is so nice. The Dela Eepromer 2. This is so amazing. I have to try this out. I think it came as a kit and my father built it himself. Oh, nice. This is so nice. And it comes with the equivalent, I believe, of the simple 64 cartridge. Showing you. And a bunch of, oh, nice, a bunch of EEPROMs also. Cool, this is the stuff I'm looking for now. That's nice. Here's some more cartridge boards here. Some dual cartridges which probably can do 16K stuff also. It has some switches. 3 of them. Oh, this is so fascinating. And all the manuals are in there too, so I'm going to put it back in the bag. That's going to be a separate episode for sure. An assembly language Maschinensprache-Buch. Pretty nice. Tips and tricks. Commodore 64 tips and tricks. Nice. Ah, the original GEOS. The disc was in here basically, and it was the manual, and yeah, it was 2 discs. The other one was in the back there. Disc for the Maschinensprache-Buch, for the assembly language book. All about GEOS. All about the Commodore 64. Programmer's Guide. Oh, this is nice. This is an original Commodore book. Ah, nice. Love to have this. Another book about GEOS. This was one of the first graphical user interfaces back then. It was quite the rage back then. This is so cool to have all this. And there's always, everybody was programming stuff, and it was such a cool time when people actually knew what their computers were doing and could manipulate stuff. And it was DIY because you had to do things yourself, because there was nothing like the internet where you could just ask Google for something and have a solution for something. You sometimes had to make your own program to make the computer do what you wanted to do. So it was another time basically. And I was only barely touching that because I was too young. Most of the time at that time when you really had to do stuff yourself. But I did a lot, I programmed a lot. I think this is another one for the 1541. There's a video cable. So here's one of these that has been taped together quite conveniently. And there's also another one that's a bit more yellow, but hasn't been taped together. May 1985. Business Basic, which was a basic expansion that had a memory expansion in there. 61K for basic programs. 50 new commands, basic commands. It was basically a basic to came. I'll show you this. Came with a nice manual, of course. It had all these flowchart stuff, and you could really database stuff and stuff like that. Came with this nice looking stubby cartridge case. Pretty nice. We'll have a look inside there, I guess, sometime. Or it might be... Oh no, it just opens up. I think I might have broken it. Oh, it's Eeproms in there. Oh, they didn't even cover up the holes there. Didn't bother to cover up the holes. Okay, and there's this case here, which has... Oh, it's a... it's a directory of programs my father made. That is alphabetically... that's cool. It's alphabetically. Nice. That's the little card that came with the demo disc. This is cool. Nice stuff. There's a serial cable for the floppy drive. Discs. Commodore 64 discs. Mouse programs, GEOS programs, assembler, a lot of stuff. None of my stuff. It's all my father's. I believe my Commodore 64 stuff is gone because I lent it out to some guy and never got it back. Oh, Input 64. That was a German disc mag that came with a disc and a little fold-out, mostly, and on tape. I believe these came on tape, and my father copied them to discs. Oh, there's one of my discs. Disc tools. And there's some nice stuff. Magic System. I made some stuff there that I programmed myself. I have to look. Magic DOS. Interesting. Another one. GEOS stuff. GEOS, GeoWork, GEOS format. That's my GeoPaint. Maybe there's old graphics made by me on there. And another one by me, Computer Kids, which was the magazine I made myself for my computer club. I wrote a little article on that for Videospielgeschichten, which is a German blog concerned with personal stories of people that have to do with video games in one way or the other. And I wrote a little article about my computer club that I had. And I made this magazine for it with GEOS, basically. And my MPS 801 printer was not very high quality, but I put a lot of love in there. So, yeah. So that's this box. And there's another box with discs. Okay, sorry, maybe I was out of focus all the time. I pressed the wrong button there. This is a 64K Eeprom cartridge. Nifty. International Soccer on cartridge. Nifty. Some original. This is the magazine 64 64er in German. That was the magazine for the Commodore 64 in Germany, I believe. So they came with discs sometimes, some special issues and stuff. Graphics, programs. My GEOS discs, originals, white discs. Oh, I was just talking to Juan about this, who played it for his channel, I believe. Hate. That was... I told him I had the original Commodore 64 version and never got much fun out of it, because he played the Specky version, which is looks much better, actually, than the Commodore 64 version. And it supposedly played better. The demo disc for the Commodore 1541. Oh, this is Dolphin DOS software disk for the Dolphin DOS stuff. The Burst Nibbler software. Could copy almost anything with that. The software for the Eeprom Programmer. Nice. The disk for the Maschinensprachebuch. This is crazy. Oh, I had that Fischer Technik, which was a bit like Lego. I don't know if you know this stuff anywhere else than Germany. You could build robots and stuff, and it had a little interface that you could run motors on, and you could read out sensors and stuff like that. And I had an interface that wasn't working fully, so I never really could use it fully, so that was a bit of a letdown. But I loved this. I loved experimenting with stuff. Okay, so that's about it. There's one more thing. There's this keyboard that we used to have as kids. I believe it belonged to my sister, really. But we played with it a lot. It has a built-in sampler, which is so fun. You could sample stuff and then play it in different pitches with pressing the keys. It was so much fun to play with this, and so versatile. And I think these are quite sought after in the last years, because they have a pretty unique sound to them, and people use them for stuff, and yeah, they are quite nice, really. It was cheap keyboards with cheap feeling keys and stuff, but they are small and they sound nice, and they sound unique. So that's a nice thing to still have, and I think I'm gonna hold on to this, because there are so many memories in this, and it's not taking up much space, so that's something I'm definitely going to keep. Nice, so this was the big pile of stuff I got from my sister. I'm going to make separate videos on certain things there, because it's just so much. I just can't put it all in this video. It's getting too long already, I guess. So I'm gonna make separate videos on stuff, and yeah, so much for now. Hope you enjoyed this. I'm looking forward to trying all this stuff out and showing you stuff with new videos I'm making. A lot of projects going on at the moment, and yeah, basically, thanks for watching. If you want to support me, you can check out my Patreon page and check out the video description. There's other ways to support me. Give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it. Subscribe to my channel if you liked it, because there's gonna be more stuff on this stuff you just saw. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.